Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Don't Argue Podcast. I hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you're well. Big news to talk about today. Big news. And I suppose I'm just going to get into it. So without further ado, DJ, hit that intro. Guys, here we go. Right, massive announcement today. Just get the formalities out of the way. First and foremost, thank you again, that 5-2, just contribution to Fremantle, and I suppose it's almost an emotional sort of a situation to be in the sense that now we're really seeing the turning of the page, if you will. Alex Pearce has now been named the captain of the Fremantle Dockers. He now becomes the 10th captain of Fremantle. But also on top of that, he also is the first ever Indigenous captain for Fremantle football, the Fremantle Football Club. And what I think is an absolute astonishing, an amazing achievement, an amazing feat. Now, in saying that as well, on top of that, Brayshaw and Sarong have been named the vice captains, and the leadership group as a whole is led by Alex Pearce, Brayshaw, Sarong, O'Meara, Swita, as well as Hayden Young. Those are the 6 players there. Now, I'm not going to talk about what my thoughts are on them being part of the leadership group. I will say, however, that it's obvious to me that Fremantle are definitely seeing this in a transition lens. Now, what I mean by that is obviously you've got the likes of the, Sarong, Brayshaw, Young, so that means that they're trying to cater to the future, which is, I suppose, looking that way. Now, with Alex Pearce's appointment today, I really think it's actually a very positive appointment. Obviously, somebody who's very experienced in that role. He definitely led by example, and he spoke by example too. It's one thing to lead, but it's also, I think, another thing completely to actually talk and communicate and engage with the other players in your team. One thing I really like about Alex Pearce is I don't think he's afraid to say it as it is. Net 5, I don't think, Net 5, I believe, was the same too. Like I said, you get those leaders who they lead on the field, right? But when it comes to talking, I don't think it's probably their strong suit. And for me personally, I think Alex Pearce is definitely the go-to guy in this regard. And I think he's going to be leading the boys around the pack, the oval very, very well. Experience, leadership, someone who knows what it's like to come from hard times, to persevere, to, all those things there, particularly when you talk about his injuries. Now, in saying that, the appointment for the vice captains in Sarong and Brayshaw is very interesting. Much like Hayden Young being part of the leadership group, again, it's a sign of transition period. Now, I'm not here to talk about who should be next after Alex Pearce, no, but I am here to highlight just how important it is actually these 2 vice captains, and they've earned it. Now, the other end of the coin is had, say, for example, Brayshaw or Sarong be chosen as captain, you almost feel like it would have been a bit too early of a transition, perhaps, potentially. Where with this implemented in this way, when you have Sarong and Brayshaw, it's not too, it won't be too large a step for when they eventually, one of them, blah, 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 becomes captain. So for me personally, it's good. Now back to Net 5, as I spoke about before. Net 5 stepped down. A sacrifice, rumors going around that he was forced to. I don't think it's that way. I think it was an organic decision, if you will, intuitive, if you will, right? To sort of steal the phrase that he used there. Look, it's a dawn of a new age. It's a turning of a new leaf. It's Fremantle looking to the future. But in saying that, I urge, in all respect, that this club here obviously pursuing that goal for flagman, and like I said, it's a little bit emotional. I won't lie. Sort of thinking about it as I was reflecting on it, on that 5 stepping down, and this, I got a little bit emotional. I won't lie. Because of what he's done, the reality of this, and he won't be part of that leadership group again. He is no longer going to be captain again. Like, that's it. But he's still gonna be, in my opinion, the loudest voice in the room there amongst the boys. And so, as Alex Pearce said, I think afterwards, paraphrasing, though Nat Fyfe is not part of the leadership group, he's going to be, the main go-to guy, basically. Nat Fyfe is still going to be the wisdom tool that he's going to be going to. And for me, it just shows you the relevance and the importance of Nat 5, regardless of. It's Flagmantle. It's thinking about Nat 5, what we can do. It's thinking about the future. It's a whole combination of things in my head that's running right now. And as excited as I am, as much as I'm looking forward to this, there's also just that, like I said, that goodbye, if you will, to previous chapters gone by. This is a new look Fremantle team. Whether you like it or not, the addition of Jackson, right? Diego O'Meara, as I talked about before. For example, some of the drafts and some of the upcoming drafts, right? Draft picks as well. It's just a transition period and full steam ahead, I think, is what I'm getting here. But in saying that, my thoughts, it's a great appointment. Great captain, great leader. One for the fans, one that the fans are going to love. And I think Alex Pearce is the man for the job. Can he take us all the way? You bet your bottom dollar he will. Flagmantle 2023. Book it in right now. All right, do you hear me? It is our year. Look, in all seriousness, I am being serious. All right, you don't like it? Oh, well, that's just the way it goes. But look, in saying that, just give me your thoughts, please. Thank you again for your comments and stuff. And like I said, as the season rolls on, we're going to be getting to it. Obviously, we've got 2 big preseason games against Crows as well as Port that I'm going to be covering, talking about. Very important, particularly as we head into round 1, right, against the Saints. All of this is all coming in slowly. 2023 is just about upon us in the footballing context, and I'm absolutely excited. And I will be doing a few lives as well, so stay on the lookout for that. But again, thank you again for your support. I'm happy, I'm excited. I'm good on Brayshaw and Sarong as well, in particular, because even though you've got Pearce appointed, there's also, like I said, there's also that looking forward, if you will. The future is purple. The future is Flagmantle. And if you don't agree with that, guess what? Don't argue.